Good morning, class. So at this point, you guys have written a test, another class test. So you guys had homework. The homework was dealing with rational numbers, not so? Just to refresh your memory, or maybe just check if you understand that what is 2 over 0? You see, yeah. I just saw this earlier on when I opened the on your page, and I've said there, I said 0 divided by 6 is 0. Then I said 6 divided by 0 was no solution, and I still put it on the calculator. You remember? And yet today I'm asking you exactly the same question, and you're telling me 0. What's wrong with you? Where were you when I explained that? I still put it on the calculator. I still showed you 0 divided by 6, and I still made an example. I think it was of apples or something. No? I said something about to that effect. If you have 6 apples and you divide it amongst 3 people, then how much does each one get? You said 2. Then I said you got 6 apples divided by 6 people. Each one gets 1. And you have 6 apples divided by 1 person. 6. Each one gets 6 apples. Not so. Then I asked you, what? Then I asked you, if you have no apples divided by 6 people, so what did you say? 0. Each person gets no apples. Then I asked you, how many apples would each person get if you have 6 apples and no people? So we said no solution. And yet today I ask you the same thing, and you say 0. And this is the reason why you get what you get in your exam. No, it could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday evening. It's all the same. Okay. Then, if you say, what's the square root of 4? 2. What's the cube root of 8? 2. Right. So 2 times 2 is 4. Not so, that's why the square root of 4 is 2. So 2 squared is 4. No? Now what's it? You see the cube root of 8 is 2. And 2 cube is? So now you say, what's the cube root of negative 8? Negative 2, no? Why? Because a negative 2 cube is negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4. Positive 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Not so? Now what's the square root of negative 4? Positive 2, no? Now, positive 2 is then 4. There's your positive. You say negative 2, okay? So, if you say negative 2, what's negative 2 times squared? It's going to be negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4. So 2 squared is positive 4. Negative 2 squared is 4. So then what's the square root of negative 4? No solution. Again, it's no solution. This is what we call non-real numbers. You've got the square root and under the square root you've got a negative sign. You go on your calculator. I know you're not allowed to use a calculator in your exam, but the square root of negative 4 is math error. Can you see that? This, what is 6 over 0? Math error. You see that, people? So when I ask you tomorrow, don't be surprised when you get it wrong again, okay? Well, I shouldn't be surprised when you catch on your own stuff. Okay. Then, you guys had homework, not so? Okay. You had the assignment. Okay. What was the assignment? Worksheet 1 and 2. 3 and 4. Okay. Worksheet 3 and 4. No, what's the name? Correct? Worksheet 3 and 4, no? Yes.
I stapled my worksheet 3 and 4 with my worksheet 1 and 2.
Take 1 and 2 off. I just need 3 and 4. Tear it out. I must not want your book. How are you then? Okay, listen. Don't make as if you're looking for the work, no, if you didn't do it. Where's the work, Michael? Isra? How you been? Nice. Huh? Who didn't give so far? She's still looking. She's the one. Oh, you're covering up for her. Did she copy from you? Not this time. Right, listen. We must I still mark this? No, that is marked if the even numbers are marked. No? Out of exercise 2 on page 64. Is there anything I must mark there? Exercise 2? Must we mark the even numbers? Okay. Now, to the group I've sent you a copy. Girlfriend, I'm talking. To the group I've sent you a photo of the workout memo of number 2, not so, of exercise 2. Now from that exercise, okay, I'm just going to clear this quickly. From exercise 2, the even numbers. This is exercise 2, page 64. No? The even numbers. Any problems with the even numbers from 2, 4, 6 of those 3 numbers? Sorry? You should have marked it now, no? Did we mark it in our last period? No. But I've sent you the memo in which you had to mark it from. Not so. And the test was based on this exercise, isn't it? Okay. So, any problems with number 2? Number 4? Number 6? No. Then you went on to any problems with number 12. I know it's not in order, but it says we're standing at this point. Any problems with number 12? Do you all understand number 12? Sorry? Why didn't you mark it? Didn't I send you the photo of the memo? Yes. Why do you think I sent you the photo of the memo? Sorry? Don't mark your work. That is why I sent you a photo of the memo. So when you did number 12, do you think you had a problem with number 12? Would you like me to call out the answer and you can mark it? Okay. Okay, here we go. Exercise 2, page 64, the even numbers. The first answer is? Number 2, negative 13 over 4 is correct. You all got that? Right, number 4. 27a over 4. Number 6. Negative 19x over 8. Number 8. Negative 11x over 3. Or is negative 11 over 3x. Or negative 3 and 2 over 3x. All means the same thing. Number 10? Number 10 is wrong. So 11 over 2c is. Any issues there? Must I explain? Do you guys understand? Yes, you understand? Or yes, I must explain? Yes, you understand. Okay. Number 12? Negative 2y. No? Number 12, no? So let's look at this one quickly. Multiply and we add. So it's going to give you 3 over 4y plus 5 over 4y. That's all. The LCM is 4. Your denominator is 4. You can be written as 1. So it's going to be 3y plus 5y. What's 3y plus 5y? 8y over 4. 4 going to 4 once. 4 going to 8 twice. So it's going to be 2y over 1, which is 2y. Okay. Number 14. Negative. Negative 4 over x, correct. Any issues there? Number 16. Two x squared is wrong. Number 16. What is your LCM here? 2x. 2x is the smallest number where x and 2 can go into. So the lowest common denominator is LCM. Okay? So you must multiply 2 by what to get 2x? X. X must multiply by what to get 2x? So x times x. X, how can x times x be 2x? X times x is x squared plus 12 over 2x. Number 18. Negative 5p over 6, correct. Number 20. 17 over 6x, it's correct. Did I give you number 3 as well to do homework? No. So we didn't do examples for that exercise yet. Didn't start with no examples there. Sorry? No, we did adding and subtracting. That was exercise 2. For tomorrow, your homework is going to be worksheet. Let me just see what worksheet 5 looks like. Yes, you can do for me exercise 5 for tomorrow, worksheet 5. And in assignment again. So I'm not going to give you 2, one. One is suffice. 87. Okay, so now we are told I'm reading examples on page 65. We are told that in the case of mixed fractions, one of the following two methods may be used. Method 1, change the fractions to improper fractions. That is what we normally do. Not so. And then number 2, add or subtract the integers. Add or subtract the fractions. Combine the integers and fraction. Answer with K. Okay. So let's look at an example dealing with these fractions. People, we've dealt with fractions already. Okay, so I'm going to go through it quickly, and then when we come to the algebraic section of work, and then I'll go a bit slower. Okay, is that okay? People, this here I'm sure you know how to do. Okay, this is example 1. So what we do is we change this to improper fraction first. Not so. We multiply and we add, multiply and add. So that's going to give us 23 over 4. Not so. 8 times 8 is 64. 64 plus 5. 69. Not so. Over 8. Even though that is a negative here. Even though that's a negative. If you change this to an improper fraction, we multiply the number by the denominator, which gives you 64, plus the 5, which is 69. You guys understand? Let me find an LCM. What's our LCM here? 8. So you must multiply this by 2. This by 1. So 2 times 23 is 46 minus 69. Okay. Will this answer be negative or positive? Negative 1, because that 69 is greater than 46. Not so. It's negative 69 minus 46. It's going to give you 323. Alright? You all understand? Any confusion? No? Now, they give you the example of the second method, as you can see there. So what they do is they take the whole numbers first and take the fractions apart and do. That is going to be a longer route to follow, okay? But you see, when it comes to algebra, when it comes to the algebraic fractions, the fractions that contains variables like a, x, and so on, when it comes to that type of fractions, we cannot apply the second method. Can you see that, people? I'll just show you here. That was given, that was the second method given there. But as I'm indicating to you, when it comes to algebra, and here was a variables here, it's going to make what they are doing here very difficult. Okay. So method 1 is the method we're going to stick with. Okay. You all okay with that? Right, so let's go into the variables. Okay, write that one down. Okay, so what's the first thing we're going to do here? Improper fraction is the first thing. So make a note there. The first step is we're going to change this to an improper fraction. Go on here, LCM first. First find an improper fraction. Okay, so we change this to improper fraction, so what we get? Negative 2a over 1, multiply and add, which gives me plus 11 over 8a. You all agree with that? Now we find an LCM. Not so? So now you put in find an LCM. And what's the LCM? 8. You ask yourselves, okay, 1 times what is 8? 1 times 8. 8 times what is 8? 1. Where does this A belong? With the 8 or with the 11? With the 11, okay? Down below. So that will give you 8 times negative 2a plus 11 times 1. 8, no? You all agree with that? Any confusion? Am I moving too fast? So what's 8 times negative 2a? Negative 16a. What is 11 times a? 11a. Over? Now you go on your number line. Negative 16a plus 11a. Whoever said 5, don't use your head. Say negative 5. Okay? You all agree with that? Negative 5a over? Any confusion here? No? Number 3. So what's the first step we need to do here? Change to improper. So change to improper? Sorry? No. Okay, so this change. So that gives us. It's going to give you 10 over 10x over 3. Not so. Minus 5x over. Now what do we do? Find the LCM. So find the LCM. And it's 6. Okay. So this here is multiplied by 2. This by 3. That's going to give you 2 times 10x minus 3 times 5x. Not so? So what we do now, we multiply, we get rid of the fractions, the brackets. Now what? 20x minus 15x over 6. What's 20x minus 15x? 5x over. Who got that right? Okay. Where did you go wrong, Maya? You're still counting. Where's your number line? You see, that is why it's taking so long to count. Use your number line. No? Don't use your head. Later on, when you're more comfortable, you start using the number line. Okay? Here's the next one. Number 4. Okay. So what's the LCM? 10. We don't need to change anything here to improper fraction. Not so? It's already given in that form. So the LCM is 10. Okay. Now what? 2 must be multiplied by 5. So it's 5 into negative 7a. Times by 10. So it's 10 times 3ab. And multiply by 2. So it's 2 into 2ab. Now what? Multiply this up. So what do you get? Negative 35 AB plus 30 AB minus 4 AB. So negative 35 plus 30. In that, would that be negative or positive? Negative. So what's 35 minus 30? It's going to be 5. So it's going to be negative 5 AB. Not so. Negative 5 AB minus 4 AB. Negative 9 AB over. Okay. Any confusion here? Any confusion? You all understand? Alright. So it might come in the exam, no? Might. Give you a hint. How many marks will that be? You see, I was going to tell you now, but you take me for a fool. How can it be 50 marks? What's wrong with you? Oh my word. You know that it's not even out of 50, but it's for 2 hours. If you write for 1 hour, it's 50 marks. Okay. Example number on page 66. Example on page 66. We asked to, in number 1, simplify. You got 2 1/4 divided by 1 1/5. Do your thing then. Alright. So what's the first thing we need to do? Change to improper fraction. If we change, what do we get? Did you guys change already? Yes. So we get 9 over 4 divided by 6 over 5. What's the next step we need to do? Okay, now you make here a note. They call this seed LCM. Who said LCM? On that side. We only find an LCM when we adding and subtracting. There's only time we find out. Okay. So this here, what we're going to do here? Tumble and times. So do your thing. You tumble and times, and we have to simplify before we multiply. What's wrong, Uneka? Now why you laugh so loud? When you laugh loud and then you expect us to ask you what's going on. And we would also like to know what you're laughing at. It might be that you're laughing at us. Huh? You're laughing at the mistake you made. Okay, so I'm going to do these few sums quickly. Okay. Since we dealt with fractions so often in term 1, okay, this should just be revision to you guys. Okay. So we change this to multiplication. So it's 5 over 6. So 3 goes into 6 twice, into 9 3 times. So 3 times 15 is 3 times 5, sorry, is 15. Over 2 times 4 is 8. Going to the next one. Number 2. The first thing is we need to change to improper fractions. Not so? So if I change that to improper fraction, times and add, times and add. So it's 10 over 3. Divided by 5 over 6 times, that's 4 over 3. You all agree with that? Now we change this to multiplication. We don't cancel it. Change to multiplication. Becomes 10 over 3 times 6 over 5 times 4 over 3. It is only the fraction that follows the division that is turbulent times. That's a girlfriend. Don't look at the birds in the tree. You must look here. Okay. So 3 goes into 3 once, 3 going to 6 twice. 5 goes into 5 once, 5 going to 10 twice. Is there anything else that can cancel there? No. So 2 times 2 is 4 times 2. 4 times 4? 16. 3 times 1 times 1? So 16 over 3. The next one. Oh, it's break now, no? Oh, I thought you were going to get another teacher now, so I can slow it down a bit. Okay. What needs to be done here first? LCM, not so? Don't like yourselves. Dominant times and no LCM. Why not? Because we're not adding and subtracting. So you change that to multiplication, gives us 3p over 2q times 4 over 9q. Now what? What can cancel here? Simplify. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 going to 4 twice. What else can simplify? 3. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 going to 9 twice. And the q's cancel q, not so? 3. Okay. It's 3. And q can cancel q, not so? No. It's only numerator and denominator that can cancel. If that q was on top and that q was then that cancels. Can you see that? But as it stands, it can't cancel. You guys understand? So that goes 3 times. So 1p times 2.
Your attention please, Hannah Edwards. Can you please report
1q times 3q.
Hannah Edwards, please report
Sorry?
to the office.
3q squared. Why? Because q times q is q squared. I'm moving too fast. No. Alright. Last one. No, 2 more. Now you're supposed to be saying thank you, sir, for spending your break with us. It's a pleasure. Okay. So listen. What must be done first here? The brackets, yeah. So let's sort out the brackets. So it's 5 over 9 divided by. We don't change this to multiplication yet. You have one term first. Okay. Can anything cancel inside these brackets? No. 5 times 5? 25. 3 times 3? 9. Because you 5 over 9 multiply 9 over 25. I say, hang on. You find the LCM. No. Find the sum. The 9 goes into 9 once, 9 into 9. 5 goes into 5 once, 5 into 25. 1 times 1 is? 1 times 5 is? 5. You guys understand? I explain again. Last one. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure. Okay, since you are so nice, thank you. You're saying so nice, thank you. I'm going to do the other examples as well. Yes. Right, so here we go. People, you're writing in a couple of days' time. What is wrong with you? Cumberland times. That's all. So you're going to do 5 over A. Now what? Are you going to A once? Once. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 1 is? A?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, so because of her, she doesn't understand, just explain it. Okay, she's gonna do this one for us. Come, yes, here. Are you over 2? Yes? Yes?
5 over 8.
Yes. Now what? I don't want the right side. Now what?
Cancel.
Cancel.
No, sir, the 8.
Oh. You can't just say cancel. Now you win. A is cancelled. Now what? 1 times 5? People, listen. For homework. So tomorrow I will, just remind me, I'm going to conclude this, the 5 sums of the example. Why are you staying? How much people behind you see? Right, listen. Listen, I don't want to keep you any longer. For homework is exercise 3. You're going to do for me, there are 24 sums. You do for me all the odd numbers. Okay, so exercise 3, the odd numbers. I've sent you the photo of this as well. No? So go through it if you have problems with it. People enjoy the rest of your day. Good afternoon, class. Further examples. Past papers, yes? Which grade? 10. 10. You grade 10? Yes? Tell me, are you in my class or in Dixon's class?
Your class.
My class. Where you sit?
There.
Oh, you sit at the back. Okay, just send to the, didn't I send to the group the last time?
No, sir. It was 3.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send now to the group the grade 10 June papers of last year and the year before and the year before that. I think I got 3 sets of papers, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll send it to you now. It's a pleasure. Pleasure.